I am multi-topic talk. Welcome to this new overview of Arrow. This is the overview of season number 7. I hope you guys will enjoy. Join our Discord in the description below. Subscribe to the channel if you want more Arrowverse content as well. So now, this is my thought. This is what I think about season 7, and I will also speak about the big plot points and the overall season. Is it good? Is it bad? What happened? I hope you guys will enjoy, as I said. And let's start that. The first half, the first 8 episodes were amazing. The prison story arc was the best Arrow ever had in its 8 season run. And I don't say that lightly. I really believe what I am saying. It was amazing. Most of the time, I had a hard time finding anything I didn't like. I had a hard time saying, okay, this is a miss. I did not like that. And this is good. This means they did a good job with entertainment. And now, you will tell me, oh, what's going on there? Now, if you remember correctly, at the end of season 6, Oliver turned himself in, and he revealed his alter ego being the Green Arrow. He told to the world he was the Green Arrow, which means he was sent in a secure max prison slab side. Now we pick up a few months later with a broken Oliver in his cell, having nightmares about losing Felicity and William because Ricardo Diaz, that wants revenge, previously the villain in season 6, want to make Oliver pay. So what villain do? They attack the closest friends and family of our hero. And this is very interesting because here we get again a Felicity in the run with William. She is under witness protection, but apparently, like any other sci-fi series, it's not enough. Ricardo Diaz find her. She managed somehow, somewhat to escape. Now, after that encounter, Felicity is willing to do anything that she can do to stop uh, Diaz. And she slowly goes a dark path. And this is very interesting. We also have in the prison a Oliver so broken he does not want to fight. He only blocks and dodge. Until at some point in a shower, someone tries to kill him. He defends himself and beat down that guy. And this is interesting. This is what I want to see. And all the fight scene we had in the prison were amazing. Well done, well thought, good choreography, everything. I have nothing to say there. We also got Black Siren, aka Laurel from Earth 2, and she decided to redeem herself. She wanted to prove everyone Quentin was right. She wanted to be a good person. So the entire first half of season 7 is about Black Siren trying her best to help out Oliver, to prove everyone she is worthy. She can be a good person. And this was amazing. That was well done. I liked that a lot. I was never a Laurel fan. Season 1 and 2 were fine with Laurel, but that's season 1 and 2. Season 3, I could not stand Laurel. She cannot be a vigilante. That Laurel was not a vigilante. That Laurel had like self-defense classes and that's it. That makes no sense. Plus, There's no big build up. There's no darkness. If there's no darkness with someone, it's hard to say, oh yeah, it's a vigilante. You see, vigilante have darkness within them, and the first Laurel did not add that. And that was the same. And Laurel season 4 was the same as 3. And when she got killed off, I was like, okay, that's sad we lost that actress, but who knows? We will get something better. Then in season 5, we get Laurel back, and this time it's Black Siren. And that Laurel was much more interesting. She was a good villain at season 5, and during season 6, she slowly changed because of Quentin, and I enjoyed that. That was amazing. That was well done. During season 6, Black Siren had such a struggle. She don't want to kill someone, but she killed someone. She don't want to do some things that are bad, but she still does it because she is on the wrong side. And then in season 7, she tries her best to escape from that. And at some point, Team Arrow, they're like, "Oh, you're a bad guy. You cannot help us." So I found that so dirty. At that point, if I could, I would have smashed everyone in the room except like a good smash in the face. Punch everyone in the room except for Black Siren because she tried her best and everyone rejected her. And despite that, she tried her best. So this was such a great character arc for Black Siren. And then Oliver going to level 2 of Slapside, a special division where they do experiment on inmates. That was really dark. That was interesting. My only issue with that, it's not realistic at all. It's like they try to be grounded, they try to be gritty, they try to be realistic, but that was not realistic. That's my only issue with that level 2 part of the season. But even there, level 2 fight were amazing. We get to see a Nissa, not Nissa, Talia. We get to see Talia again, which is another great character. And Oliver could escape jail at that point, but you see, he don't want to because he don't want to be on the run. He want to leave prison for the right reason. And what I also liked is the fact that they used level 2 to free Oliver out of jail. But here's another issue. He had so many crimes on him as being a vigilante slash murder slash everything. It's hard to believe that he can only spend a few months there in jail, and then if he sells information to the FBI about Diaz, then he can leave. I have a lot of doubt there, but still, it was interesting. And I don't want to see the final season of Arrow being all about Arrow in jail. And we also see Tiger, one of the previous villain we had in season 2, I believe, and season 3 as well, I think. He is back in jail as well, and you realize that guy is more gray than black. What I mean by there is he's not a pure villain. He is just someone that made bad choices. And I like that. So earlier I said final season because I strongly believe that season 7 was the final of the series. There was a 8th season of 10 episodes, but here's the catch. That was to end the series and to have proper closure in some ways, if we can call it that way. And season 8 was mainly for Crisis to hype up that big event and maybe launch a spin off that never happened. But I believe season 7 was where the actor Stephen Amell told, I'm done, write the ending of the show. So that's why I'm saying this is the final season. Because season 8, yes, it had amazing stuff in it, but it doesn't feel like, how can I say it? It does not feel like the ending the show wanted to do. They did an ending for Crisis. Season 8 was Crisis season. And I liked it a lot. That's not a negative thing. I liked it a lot, but that was not like the ending of the show. That was more like the epilogue of the show, if you can call it that way. It was more like after Arrow, if I can say it that way. So season 7 had such an amazing start, and it's very sad to say because if the back half was as good as the first half, here season 7 would have been the best we had in the series. Here's the issue, the back half. What did you do? I'm rolling my eyes. What did you do? Okay, the back half. Oliver is out of jail. Oliver works with SCPD, which is fine. A consultant like the mentalist. Interesting, I like it. Emiko. So much cringe. She's one of the worst villains the show ever had. Okay, she's better than Ra's al Ghul, and she's better than Kate and James. But if you say that, it means she is still very low. I believe Damien Dark was better. He was more appealing. He had more charisma, and Damien Dark was the in the worst season of the show. So tell me, what went wrong with Emiko? Is it the actress? Is it the writing? I think in the back half they ran out of ideas. I think at first they wanted the new Green Arrow to take over and be that new beacon of hope, and I liked the idea, but then they were like, oh, it's lame. Let's turn her into a villain. So in the back half, I'm guessing they run out of idea, as I said. So now it's all about Oliver trusting Emiko, Emiko backstabbing Oliver because Emiko's sad. Emiko wants payback from Robert on Oliver. Emiko villain. Emiko boring. I don't have any energy when I say that because that's what I feel. Season 7 back half was really bad. And it's not because it was boring, it was because of the writing. The writing was the issue. I cannot stand Emiko, I cannot stand the Night Circle, and guess what? The Night Circle, the new villains, there's not even a proper ending to that. The Quadrant, introduced in Season 6, was not even a thing in Season 7. That's very sad. The Longbow Hunters, where they went? Don't know. You see, you had a great start and a bad ending. This is what happened. But it was entertaining. But writing wise, it was pretty low. So here's the thing. I believe season 7 was better than 6. Because it was much more entertaining and I have less issues. My only issue with 7 is truly the writing and Emiko in the back half. But as a whole, season 7 is much better than 6. So this is clearly a step up. And I believe season 7 should be around 7.5 out of 10. It deserves it. It's really good. Despite the flaws, it's really good. I enjoyed my time rewatching it. Now, let's go over to the comment of other people. Here we are. As you can see, it's a 49 for the audience. Let's read my comments. A comment made out of love for the show, and let's do this shortly. Coming to season 7, I had no expectation. Season 6 was average at best, and I was also worried to see the prison storyline being rushed. I was wrong, the prison storyline was well done and long enough. The prison storyline was at its best. It was one of the best story the show had during its 8 season run. The flash forward started strong and interesting, but the more they took space, the less interesting they became. Sorry about that. Mia William getting back together was interesting at best. Mia was the boring female Oliver, one dimensional and atrocious to watch. She is too cute to be a badass, and I don't buy her when she acts tough. She belong in a hair salon. She should do her nail or something. Dinah, Sarah Lance, and Black Siren are all badass, and they are well acted, and they feel like their character. They don't try to emulate or copy Oliver. I believe this is what I said. Copy other character. William was fine. Now, the other part, Emiko Queen. Bad villain, sadly. She is not well written, and she is not well acted. She is just a bit better than Kaiden James or Ra's al Ghul, the worst villains of the series, which is sad. Her working with Team Arrow only to backstab Oliver wasn't interesting. The Ninth Circle was boring. The Longbow Hunters were wasted since they just vanished once Diaz was sent in jail. I think the first idea was for the new Green Arrow to be a true hero, but they ran out of ideas and they decided to create weird plot twists to turn Emiko into the villain. Fight scene were great. Roy Harper coming back was amazing, and it felt like we were back to the good days of the show. Oliver becoming consultant helping SCPD was interesting. The new mayor was boring. Felicity going bad to stop Diaz was interesting. Oliver dealing with PTSD from prison was also great. Uh, when I say that, it's mainly in the shower scene. I think it was in episode 8 or 9. Uh, Oliver was taking a shower at his home, and Felicity wanted to join him, and he was stressed by a shadow, and he almost attacked Felicity. Only because of that shower scene he had in the first episode where someone attacked him in the shower. So that was some kind of PTSD, and I like that. Episode number 170 or 175 of the show was great. I believe it was 7x12, I believe. Tommy coming back was interesting. Waldock wanting to help new Green Arrow was good. Diggle Argus storyline was well done. 7.5 out of 10. 10 seems fair for the flawed but good season we got with season 7. Overall idea of ending the circle of violence was also a interesting theme. So these are my thoughts. Let's read out why people voted 49%. Let's read Puro. Sometimes he has good stuff, other times not amazing stuff. Season 7 is probably the most forgettable season of Arrow out there, which is really surprising because it actually has one of the best start. This is true. Oliver Queen is sent to jail as the condition for having his team safe and he is known by the alias of Inmate 4587. Since Arrow has taken so many elements from Batman, giving him a literal archery no-kill rule, giving him a family of sidekicks, making Felicity crippled like Oracle, using villain like Deathstroke and Ra's al Ghul, having him work with the police, etc. So I was thinking this season will be more like Batman Arkham Asylum. And it would have been really awesome if they did that. Instead, what we got was the half-baked fight between Ricardo Diaz, and Oliver, where Oliver once again choose to spare him. I lost track of whether he still has his no-kill rule or not. There's then the hilarious inch of Oliver and Barry exchanging themselves and learning about each other's lives. Okay, this is about the crossover. I don't really mention crossover in my overviews because I consider the crossover as their own event and not the season. After that, there's Emiko Queen. I was hoping she would join the Arrow family and contribute something useful, but no, it's the same Season 4 and 5 trash all over again, and now Green Arrow and his team work with the police and they try to save the city from Emeko, and even Roy Harper comes back, but even with everything in Arsenal, pun intended, the season falls short from being memorable. I cannot really blame you. I understand where you are coming from. This season provide a refreshing new direction for this show. DC are known for their concealment of identities of their heroes and the decision to go against this trope as well as to both incapacitate the primary protagonist and essentially make this an extension from the previous season, help the show remain fresh and develop new narrative ideas that differ from what had come before. I don't understand all the criticism of from fan who seem to have all become professional critics. The irony being that real critics rate this season very highly. Just stop overthinking and enjoy what was very strong penultimate outing for this Brian show. Look, critics are sold. They don't have true opinion. They will only tell good stuff, and when they tell bad stuff, you need to ask question: is it really this good if even critics cannot defend it? Now, if critics defend this show, it means this show had good elements in it. So, now, with that being said, critics are full of shit as well, but what I'm getting there is you cannot rely on critics. Even if your show is trash, they will say uh, good stuff, but their critics will be shorter. The more ammo you give them as good points, the better it is, in fact. Too much of emphasis on the future and the show coming after versus dealing with the present and our main character. Agreed with that. The most stealth season of any TV I've ever watched. The pacing is so bad I gave up after first 5 episodes. Oh my! Really? It was still in jail. I don't understand you, buddy. If they made the jail storyline shorter, it would be a disaster. It would be bad. It would be wasted. I'm happy they made 7 episodes in jail. That's just awesome surprise. Well, great action. One of the greatest season in my own opinion. with flash forward and the whole concept and how the team in the past just gets better and better. The villain wasn't that good, this is true. Running out of gas, shame. Such a great show. We'll never forget the first couple of series which were epic. The story was brand new, but Oliver is still a weak lame hero. His team is useless and slows him down, and the characters like Green Arrow acting weak is the reason the season is not good. Flash forward and the future is miserable and a bad story. Okay, so you see, some people enjoyed it, other did not. Some people are really harsh because season 7 was not that bad. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will see each other in future video. Have a great day.